Hi students, welcome to Alforce e-learning chemistry classes. This is session 2. What we are going to discuss, mole concept. And students, get ready and take a pen along with a notebook and try to note it down carefully and concentrate on hearing. Right. Today I am going to start with the same what I ended in the previous session, that is gram molecular weight or gram molecule. The definition and approach, everything I have explained already to you, and I have also explained how to estimate the molar masses of the compounds if you are given with the formula. Once again I am going to repeat it. Say for example, if you take ammonia, if I want to calculate the molar mass of ammonia, gram molecular weight is equal to, we have to add the individual atomic weights of the elements. 1 nitrogen, so atomic weight of nitrogen is 14, and 3 into atomic weight of hydrogen 1, that is 17. So 17 grams is the molar mass of ammonia. So this 17 grams is nothing but 6 into 10 power 23 molecules of ammonia weight. That is, simply we can write the weight of 6 into 10 power 23 ammonia molecules is equal to 17 grams. That is the meaning of molar mass, we know. But if I want to calculate only weight of one molecule, is how much? Then I can solve like this: 1 by 6 into 10 power 23 into 17. This is 17 into 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 grams, which is nothing but one atomic mass unit. Yesterday we have discussed about this in the previous session. Right. Now 17, instead of this I can write simply atomic mass unit 17. It means, see once again the difference, 17 grams is the gram molecular weight of ammonia, that is nothing but the weight of 6 into 10 power 23 ammonia molecules. And if anybody asks you to calculate what is the weight of one molecule of ammonia, then you have to divide with Avogadro number, that is nothing but reciprocal of Avogadro number is nothing but one atomic mass unit. So 17 AMU. Now you please try to observe the difference carefully. 17 AMU is the mass of one molecule of ammonia, whereas 17 grams is the mass of Avogadro number of molecules of ammonia. That is the basic difference between gram molecular mass and mass of one molecule. Now I am going to discuss one more conceptual approach based on this. Here what exactly we have written? Instead of nitrogen we have written as 14 grams. We know 14 grams is the atomic weight of nitrogen. So we can write gram atomic weight can also be called as gram atom. Both are same. Just like gram molecule is same as that of GMW. Similarly, gram atomic weight GAW is same as that of gram atom. So here 14 I can write 1 gram atom of nitrogen plus gram atomic weight of hydrogen is 1.008. We can take it as 1 gram for calculation purpose. And we can write here 3 into gram atoms, 3 gram atoms of hydrogen. So the 17 grams I have written as 1 gram atom of nitrogen plus 3 gram atoms of hydrogen. Okay. Then what exactly I got? Molecular mass of ammonia. Right. So I am going to erase this now. Then you can understand in a simple manner, that is gram molecular mass of ammonia is nothing but 1 gram atom of nitrogen and 3 gram atoms of 3 gram atoms of hydrogen. Okay, 1 gram molecular mass of ammonia, so nothing but 17 grams. Suppose if I am going to write like this, students, see, observe it carefully. Now I am going to write. See, 1 atom of nitrogen plus 3 atoms of hydrogen. Here I am going to write 1 molecule of ammonia. Now, if I want to equate this with respect to masses, 1 atom of nitrogen, 14 grams is the mass of 6 into 10 power 23 atoms of nitrogen, but here I have given only 1 atom of nitrogen. So, simply you can write 14 AMU plus, we know mass of 1 atom of hydrogen is 1 AMU. So, 3 AMU. So, comes around 17 AMU. See the difference between these two. This is the conceptual approach. So, 17 grams is the mass of how many molecules of ammonia? 6 into 10 power 23 molecules of ammonia. That is exactly equal to 17 grams. Contains, how you got this estimation? Addition of atomic weights. Atomic weight can also, gram atomic weight can also be called as 1 gram atom. So, 17 grams, 1 gram atom of nitrogen, nothing but, I am writing clearly here, 14 grams. 3 gram atoms, that is 3 into 1 gram, total 17 grams. But now I have taken only 1 molecule of ammonia. So, 1 molecule of ammonia contains, we know very well, 1 atom of nitrogen and 3 atoms of hydrogen, and respective masses, mass of 1 atoms respectively 14 AMU, 3 AMU, that is total 17 AMU. So, that is the interrelation between gram atoms. So, you can also write it as, instead of gram molar molecular weight of ammonia, you can simply also write gram molecule of ammonia. So, this is how a gram molecule is related to the individual gram atoms of different elements, and these are the interrelations. This is very, very important. One should understand thoroughly about these relations. So, this is gram molecular weight approach. Next, in the previous session, while discussing about gram atomic weight, we have also discussed about average atomic mass or average atomic weight of the element, if the element possesses more than one type of atoms, that is nothing but isotopes. Yesterday we have discussed that. Similarly, under this heading, today in this session I am going to discuss about average molecular mass. Average molecular mass. If a gas mixture contains more than one type of gases, say best example we can take air. Say if air, a sample of air contains 80% of nitrogen and 20% of oxygen. Here two different types of molecules are there, substances are there. Then that air is a mixture of two gaseous substances. In such case, we can calculate the average molar mass of air, just like average what we are going to do in the mathematics. Simple. The average molar mass is equal to 80% of nitrogen is there. We know The molar mass of nitrogen 2 into atomic weight 2 into 14, that is 28, plus 20% oxygen is there 20. The molar mass of oxygen is 32 and total 80 and 20, that is 100, just like average in mathematics, nothing more than that. So you will get it as 28.8, that is the average molar mass of air. And sometimes they will give the average molar mass of air and the substances present in the air, and they are going to ask you to calculate these percentages. Then what we have to do? Then in such case, in the previous session we have discussed about that. We have to consider x for one substance and automatically the remaining percentage is 100 minus x, and then we can do the average and we have to equate to 28.8. Then we will get back again that 80% and 20%. So this is the discussion about average molecular mass. Maybe 2 gases may be there, 3 gases may be there, or 4 gases may be there. Based on their composition, we can calculate the average molecular mass of a gas mixture like this. Next, after average molecular mass, I am going to discuss some numericals based on molar mass. The first numerical, please note it down. Calculate the number of atoms of calcium, carbon and oxygen, calcium, carbon and oxygen present in a sample of 50 grams of limestone. Okay, limestone is nothing but calcium carbonate. So the substance I have given is limestone. What I am going to ask you to calculate the number of atoms of calcium, carbon and oxygen. So first of all, this is a substance. This substance possesses some molecular mass or formula mass if it is an ionic compound. First of all, we have to estimate that by adding respective atomic weights. Calcium atomic weight is 40, carbon 12 grams, oxygen 16, so it comes around 100. So 100 grams is the molar mass of or formula mass of calcium carbonate, that is limestone, right students? So from the molar mass we are going to get number of molecules but not the number of atoms. What usually students will answer is going to answer usually is sir, 100 grams 6 into 10 power 23 and 50, half of that sir 3 into 10 power 23. Many of the students will answer like that, but the answer is wrong. Why it is wrong? Why it is wrong? He is asking for atoms, he is not asking for molecules. So for the substance we are having molecules, not atoms, basically that is very important here. Okay, I am writing like this: 100 grams of calcium carbonate contains 6 into 10 power 23 molecules of calcium carbonate, say for example. This time I have given only 50 grams to you. That is how much? That is 50 by 100 into 6 into 10 power 23, that is 3 into 10 power 23 molecules. Only we are having 3 into 10 power 23 species of calcium carbonate. We know we got now the molecules of calcium carbonate, but he is asking you to calculate the number of atoms of calcium, carbon and oxygen. Okay. Now I got the number of molecules of CaCO3, but we know each calcium carbonate contains, see here, each calcium carbonate contains one calcium atom, one carbon atom and 3 oxygen atoms. That we know very well. Now I can write like this: one CaCO3 molecule contains one calcium atom. But how many such species I have? 3 into 10 power 23 species of calcium carbonate I possess now. So how much? 3 into 10 power 23, that is 3 into 10 power 23. Now I got the number of calcium atoms. Similarly, one calcium carbonate species contain one carbon atom. So for such 3 into 10 power 23 calcium carbonate molecules, how much? The same, that is 3 into 10 power 23. Now I got the number of calcium carbon atoms and as well as calcium atoms. And coming to the calculation of oxygen atoms, we can write each CaCO3 contains 3 oxygen atoms. So each calcium carbonate contains 3 oxygen atoms, but 3 into 10 power 23 such calcium carbonate species I have, so contains how much? That is 3 into 10 power 23, that is 9 into 10 power 23 oxygen atoms. Now we got answers for all the 3 questions here. So calcium atoms are 3 into 10 power 23, carbon atoms are 3 into 10 power 23 and oxygen atoms are 9 into 10 power 23. If anybody asks you to calculate the total number of atoms, just you can add up all these things. 10 power 23 is common. Okay. 3 and 3, 6 plus this 9, total 15. So you can simply answer the total number of atoms. I am writing here. Total number of atoms is equal to, you can write 15 into 10 power 23. 15 into 10 power 23. So this is the detailed solution for this question. And if the question is, please note down this, and the question is, he is asking for the calculation of individual number of atoms. Suppose if the same question is asked for directly for how many number of atoms are there, or simply how many total number of atoms are there, based on the same data. Just now I am going to correct it. See here, I think already noted down. Please, while I am writing itself, it is better to note it down. Okay. Now I am going to erase this. See now, see students, now I am changing the question here. Calculate the total number of atoms present in a sample of 50 grams of limestone, that is calcium carbonate. So in this question, there is no need to calculate the individual atoms first of all. Directly we can calculate the total number of atoms directly. Here we know, first of all let me calculate the molecules. You know, we have already calculated. We know 50 grams of calcium carbonate, just now I have calculated, contains 3 into 10 power 23 molecules. Okay, now we know each calcium carbonate contains how many atoms? 1 calcium, 1 carbon, 3, total 5. So 5 atoms. How many such molecules are there? 3 into 10 power 23 molecules, such molecules are there. Then how many number of atoms? Directly you can write 3 into 10 power 23 into 5, that is 15 into 10 power 23. So this is the approach to calculate total number of atoms present in a substance of given weight, like this. See student, yesterday I have explained you, don't depend on the formula, try to depend maximum on the conceptual approach to solve the numericals. Now for this particular thing also, we can create the formula on this part itself, very simple. First we have to get the molecules. For molecules, what we are going to do, the students? Yesterday we have written this formula. Given weight divided by gram molecular weight into Avogadro number, that is 6 into 10 power 23, into atomicity. What is the atomicity of this calcium carbonate? 1 calcium, 1 carbon, 3 actions, total it is 5. Now you can substitute the value, same you will get. Given weight 50, molar mass 100, 6 into 10 power 23 into 5, the same answer you will get, 15 into 10 power 23. But how many such type of formula you are going to remember? So in each and every case it is not possible by the student to remember many formulae. So that's why in the beginning itself I told you, so it is better to depend on the conceptual approach, not on the formulae like this. So this is calculation of atoms for a given weight of a substance. Start with molar mass and then number of molecules and then the number of atoms, a sequential approach to calculate the number of atoms. Now I am going to repeat this model with one more example with a different notation, because Avogadro number, each and every time we are writing 6 into 10 power 23, 6 into 10 power 23, like that. Instead of 6 into 10 power 23, for Avogadro number you can simply write n, or you can also simply write Na, and some books follows n naught, like that. No problem, any notation you can follow, one can understand very easily. Instead of 6 into 10 power 23, we can also simply represent with the help of capital letter N or Na or No. Now I am going to repeat this model once again with this approach, and then I will switch over to the next concept of this part. Okay students, now I am going to give one more question to you. Calculate number 1, the total number of atoms present in, write down along with me, please write down the students, present in 4.25 grams of ammonia. 4.25 grams of ammonia. Yes, what we have to do first of all? Ammonia is a substance. So we have to find out the molar mass of ammonia first of all. Okay. What is the molar mass of ammonia? 14 is the atomic mass of nitrogen and 3 into atomic mass of hydrogen 1, that is total 17 grams is the molar mass of ammonia. So So simply I can write like this based on the definition of gram molecular weight. 17 grams of ammonia no doubt possess Avogadro number of molecules, that is n molecules, right? N molecules. Now this time I have given 4.25 grams of ammonia. How many such molecules? See students, every time it is writing calculation. No, you should think like this. 17 grams, half of it. What is the half of 17? 8.5. Again 8.5, half of that 4.25 grams. It means actually I have given 1/4 mass of molar mass of 17. So for 17 n molecules, 1/4 mass I have given. So molecules also becomes 1/4. 1 pen 10 rupees, 10 pen 100 rupees. The simple common sense what we are going to use in such case, in that case, the same common sense a student should apply here, and if you apply the same common sense here, the entire stoichiometry is very easy to use, student. Okay. Anyway, I am going to calculate once again. So for 4.25 by 17 into n, it's exactly 4 times. So your answer will be, can be reported as n by 4 molecules. If you are given the options with numerical value, then instead of n, you can write 6 into 10 power 23. So your answer will be 1.5 into 10 power 23. Either in this way or in that way. In both the ways we can answer the questions. Now I got the molecules. But here I am asking number of atoms but not molecules. Yes, once again I am going to calculate atomicity of ammonia from here. 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. 1 plus 3 total it is 4. It means 1 molecule of ammonia contains total 4 atoms. So I am writing here 1 molecule of ammonia contains total 4 atoms. 4 atoms. What are those 4 atoms? I am writing the details also by the side of it. Observe it here carefully. 1 nitrogen atom plus 3 hydrogen atoms. Dear students, please note it down carefully. Right? But this time, how many molecules I have within my hand? N by 4 molecules. So 1 molecule, 4 atoms. N by 4 molecules, N by 4 into 4, that is N atoms. 1 pen, 4 rupees. 1 by 4 pens, 1 by 4 into 4, 1 rupee. 1 pen, 5 rupees, 4 pen, 20 rupees. Just like that, the simple common sense we have to use. Very easy this is. 1 molecule, 4 atoms. N by 4 molecules, N by 4 into 4, that is the total number of atoms present in that sample are N atoms. N number of atoms. N number of atoms, you know what is number of N? That is 6 into 10 power 23. Either you can report the answer in N atoms or simply 6 into 10 power 23 atoms, right? Similarly, if the question is asked for individual atoms, that is, how many nitrogen atoms are present or how many hydrogen atoms are present? The same question can be asked even for the individual calculation of individual atoms there. Yes, for that I have written there. Again, 1 molecule of ammonia, observe it, 1 molecule of ammonia, 1 nitrogen atom, N by 4 molecules. So N by 4 into 1, that is N by 4 atoms. N by 4 atoms of nitrogen. Plus, coming to hydrogen atoms, 1 molecule of ammonia contain 3 hydrogen atoms, but in this case I got n by 4 molecules. So, number of hydrogens are n by 4 into 3, simply I can write 3n by 4, 3n by 4. So, you can also report this in terms of 6 into 10 power 23 also. Now, add these two, n by 4 plus 3n by 4. If you add these two, again it becomes n, which is same. So, n number of atoms are totally present. Again, out of n number of atoms, n by 4 number of atoms of nitrogen and 3n by 4 atoms of hydrogen are present. So, with this I am going to end up the GMW conceptual approach with this example. Next, I have to go for the definition of mole. Mole. In many books you may observe 1 mole of atoms, 1 mole of electrons, 1 mole of neutrons, 1 mole of protons, like that. Now, let me explain what exactly the meaning of a mole. A mole. Mole is nothing but the amount of substance that present in, that contains, say for example, amount of substance contains Avogadro number, that is 6 into 10 power 23, Avogadro number of either atoms, molecules or ions or protons or electrons or neutrons, whatever might be the microparticle. Mole can be defined like this. Mole is the amount of the substance which contain Avogadro number of, that is 6 into 10 power 23, Avogadro number of chemical entities. What are chemical entities? Chemical entities are microparticles like atoms, molecules, ions, electrons, protons or neutrons, like that. So, mole is defined as the amount of substance which contain Avogadro number of chemical entities like atoms, molecules or ions. In another way also we can define the mole. Mole is nothing but the amount of substance which possess same number of chemical entities, as that are present in 12 grams of C12. 12 grams of C12. 12 grams of C12 means the atomic weight of carbon 12, which is nothing but the mass of 6 into 10 power 23 atoms of carbon. Nothing but again the Avogadro number 6 into 10 power 23. So, in either of these two ways you can define mole. Finally, what is the mole, students? Yes, mole is the amount of the substance which contains Avogadro number of chemical entities like atoms, molecules or ions. Okay. Now, I am going to give another way of understanding this mole. You concentrate. 1 mole of atoms, 1 mole of molecules, 1 mole of ions. 1 mole of atoms means 6 into 10 power 23 atoms. 1 mole of molecules means 6 into 10 power 23 molecules. 1 mole of ions means 6 into 10 power 23 ions. We know 1 mole of atoms means 6 into 10 power 23 atoms, which you can take the weight of this as GAW, gram atomic weight of that element. Simply we can also call it as simply gram atom. In the previous session we have discussed this. Now I am going to relate with our mole to that concept, right? Now if you take 1 mole of molecules, that is nothing but 6 into 10 power 23 molecules, then the mass of that, the weight of that thing, you can simply take it as GMW, gram molecular weight, or you can also simply call as gram molecule. Sometimes gram molecule is also called as gram mole simply. This mole sometimes also be called as gram mole. So simply, right. And coming to the 1 mole of ions, 1 mole of ions means 6 into 10 power 23 ions. If you consider that weight, it becomes gram formula weight of that ion. Gram formula weight of that ion. So in this way mole can be related to atoms, molecules and ions. 1 mole of atoms, which is corresponding to gram atomic weight, nothing but gram atom. 1 mole of molecules corresponding to 6 into 10 power molecules, corresponding to gram molecular weight or gram molecule, or simply can also call it as gram mole, no problem. 1 mole of ions means 6 into 10 power 23 ions. Here you can write it as gram formula weight of that ion. Okay. Now suppose if you take charge of electron, we know charge of electron is 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. If anybody asks you to calculate what is the charge of 1 mole of electrons, again I am writing 1 mole of electrons means 6 into 10 power 23 electrons. If anybody asks you to calculate charge of 1 mole of electrons, so you should multiply this with Avogadro number. 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 into 6 into 10 power 23 comes around nearly 96,500 coulombs, which is called as the charge of 1 mole of electrons, that is nothing but charge carried by 6 into 10 power 23 electrons. In coulombs it is 96,500, or simply you can also call it as 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday. So this is one more application of approach of mole. That's it. That's why I am teaching here this one. Okay. One charge. What is the charge of 1 mole of electrons? If anybody asks you to calculate it, yes, you should be in a position to calculate. We know the charge of 1 electron 1.608 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. If anybody asks you to calculate charge of 1 mole of electron, so simply you can say, sir, it's the charge of 1 electron we know, and multiply this with the Avogadro number. That is nothing but the charge we are going to get it as charge of 1 mole of electrons. Simply you can also call it as 96,500 coulombs, or simply 1 Faraday. So this is conceptual map of mole, which is related to gram atomic weight, gram atom, and gram molecular weight or gram molecule, or gram formula weight. This is applicable for ions or any ionic compounds also. Okay, students.